Hello, and welcome to the fifth broadcast in our series about 21st century learning in our classrooms. I'm Dr. Dancy, and today we'll be looking at the ISTE Standard Innovative Designer. Since we've all been working with integrated STEAM lessons, many of the concepts today are going to look familiar. As I've said before, we're already doing so much of this. However, in 21st century learning, we don't reserve these concepts to special lessons, but instead try to incorporate these skills into regular units of study. An innovative designer isn't simply about solving problems. Students need to be able to create deliberative processes that help create solutions. To that end, this standard emphasizes using a deliberative design process, selecting and using digital tools to plan and manage the design process, developing and testing prototypes as part of the design process, and accepting the idea that a problem may not have a solution. Successful products are often temporary in their ability to solve everyday problems. For example, the Model T Ford was an extremely popular car in the early 20th century. However, the need for speed and more safety meant that the Model T was not the best solution for people's transportation needs shortly after it was developed. The company went back to their design process and released the Model A. A design process is a skill that can be transferred between many disciplines. Our district has chosen the above model as the process of our STEAM initiative. Ask the question, design a possible solution, create a model, test the model, revise and make corrections, and then ask more questions. Throughout all the steps, share and collaborate with others. 21st century learning encourages the use of this deliberative design process so that students focus on the process rather than merely the product. Problems are rarely solved using solely brain power. Often it is helpful to draw a picture, write out the problem, or simply record thoughts on a paper or a device. With the increase of technology, 21st century learners have many more tools at their disposal to plan and manage the design process than previous generations. For example, to conduct a survey in the 1970s, one had to fill out a paper or record vocal answers into a phone or a recorder. The survey taker then had to transcribe all the data into a spreadsheet or index cards and manually sort responses to see trends and make judgments. Today, students can use tools like Google Forms that not only gather the data, but then transfer to a spreadsheet that can be manipulated and analyzed. Karen Hickenbottom from EdTech Redefined suggests that at the beginning of any design process, students should brainstorm the type of tools they might need in order to solve the current problem. She also suggests that teachers prepare students with a standard toolbox. For planning and managing the design process, I suggest this toolbox may begin with basics such as spreadsheets, drawing tools, forms, and word processors. These tools will help students gather and record data and organize the process. Once the design process is underway, students need to create models in order to test their hypotheses. In the past, students might make cardboard models or pipe cleaner representations. 21st century students have an entirely new array of digital tools to create prototypes, including app coding, robotics, 3D printing, or graphic design programs. These tools do not eliminate the ability for students to continue to use cardboard and pipe cleaners. However, digital tools have become industry standards. Students who are able to use these tools in their design process are more adequately prepared to face challenges they will face as adults. As I've stated many times before, 21st century skills is not about teaching technology. While digital tools have changed the way we think and work, the skills themselves have more to do with mindset than technology. Part of being an innovative designer is understanding that not every problem has a definitive solution. In math, we understand that pi, or 22 divided by 7, cannot be calculated to a definitive end. So, too, some world problems cannot be solved for a multitude of reasons. For instance, world peace faces the insurmountable challenge of getting 7 billion people to all agree on the same values. When students understand that a solution is not always guaranteed, it frees them to experiment more in their process rather than worrying about a correct solution. 21st century students are encouraged to look for solutions to big problems. Our job as 21st century educators is to build the skills necessary to effectively solve these problems. We can do that by teaching them to use a deliberative design process, select and use digital tools to plan and manage the design process, develop and test prototypes as part of the design process, and accept the idea that a problem may not have a solution. I hope you've enjoyed this video about Innovative Designer. If you haven't done so already, please check out the Google Classroom where all these videos and other resources are stored. The Classroom streaming function is also available as a platform for more in-depth discussion. In addition, check out the technology integration site and the employee portal for more tools and resources. Thanks for watching today, and until next time, let's keep moving forward.